Welcome back. If you're watching on YouTube, this is probably episode 19. I don't know. I don't know that count what episode it is. Um, we are now fighting the Battle of Charlottesville. I'm not sure we've actually seen the Appomattox Courthouse battlefield. Excuse me, I needed to sneeze. I'm not sure we've seen the Appomattox Courthouse battlefield so far this campaign. It's a cool battlefield. I've only ever really played on it, I think, twice before. Only once that I really remember. And I ended up getting bottled up right here. It was a meeting engagement, and I had really hoped to get to Appomattox first and be able to set up a line, but we ended up converging right here on the river, and I dealt a lot of casualties to them. I think almost triple numbers as they kept falling into my line piecemeal, but they just had so many more that I couldn't break them, and I didn't have enough ammo to sustain it, and eventually I just had to withdraw, which was kind of a cool loss to have. Oh, okay. Well, whatever. That is a dumb way of doing it, but it's fine, I guess. I want to think about what my avenue of attack is. I think I'm going to start by trying to take the railroad, the train station here, which I think means I want to just have everybody come and line up like that. Sure, good enough for me. That will help me with the points bleeding. I assume they'll probably lined up either along this rail line or here, since there's more points there. I'm really not sure where they're going to be. And in the meanwhile, I will open up this thing of marzipan, which is my dessert, a chunk of peanut cake, basically. God, this stuff is deadly. It's so good. It's like peanut halva. Oh, and the dog has smelled the scent, and the dog wants some, but you don't get any. Because even though peanuts is fine for dogs usually, I don't know what else is in it. Can you stop breathing all over everything with your stinky dog breath? And as soon as my voice starts to sound vaguely unhappy, you close your mouth and you go, oh, oh, look at that. There was movement. Okay, no, go away. This is scary because my cavalry is very spread out and not in such a way that they are going to be effective. I was not expecting them to be set up around this southern point. I'm going to take you, and I'm going to actually tell you to just fall back if you can. That you're not going to get that command for a very long time. Like, by the time you do, you'll have shattered. which I guess is my fault. Actually, you did make it to where you were initially told to form up. So I'm going to give a bit more intelligent of commands, I think, and have you do something like this. Have you do that, we'll say. Actually, you come over into the woods. What about you guys? I don't know where you're going. Who are you? Oh, you are the cavalry. Okay, so you come up behind like that. And then I want to know who you are. Barnes, Hunter, Runyon, Thomas, Palmer, 6th Division. Come here around Liberty Church. I am not. This messenger might get there just in time. Go sit down, dog. Thank you. It looks like we are getting out of there just in time. That's going to be almost their whole army. It's not a very big army we have to deal with. So I'm going to wait for you guys to get a little bit farther away. You want cavalry moving through the forest, which is going to make you quite slow. I want Russell to not do that. I really want Russell to like do that, I guess. Man, I was not expecting them to be so far forwards. Where were you going? And where were you going? Like, they are chasing after me. Well, I want to give them a lesson to learn. And I'm going to have my guys start teaching them one or two things. Okay. Cavalry back together, please. 50. Fighting spirit 57. Your morale is still 50. It's going up, but slowly. It'll go up a little bit or faster once you get back into commando range. Man, alright, let's just get you guys to come attack this artillery that's on the wrong side of the river. Dismount, loose order, bring yourself to that fence line. You guys can even go to there. I mean, you're standing just in the open, but I think you're gonna do more to that artillery than they're gonna do to you. Especially if you guys get up close. I don't think this is gonna go very well for anybody. I mean, because of the way they are set up here, I'm not sure all of their guns are firing on me. I really have no idea how they have set themselves up. Okay, once you get to that fence line, go ahead and, yeah, do that. And then, please deselect Cold Steel. You should move here, such that you are in bugle range. And have the cavalry move forwards so that they can start shooting at that artillery that has very intelligently found themselves out in the woods. I'm going to individually, I think, tell each one of these batteries where I want it to go, although you're not one I'm particularly fussed about. Actually, you might be the only one I'm fussed about, because you might be the only one who gets here in time to be of substantial importance. So make sure you get into the open. This cavalry is taking forever and a day to maneuver. I would like you guys to move up a little bit just to take some of the pressure off. Spread their canister out. Now, I'm not entirely sure about these stratagems and tacticums and whatnot, because your max range here is 400 yards. 400 yards is an insane distance. Like, I mean, this is still volley fire, but it seems wild to me that you would open at 400 yards at no matter what. I can't imagine their canister would be very effective at 400 yards. I would imagine they would still be firing single, like solid shot, or burst. The other thing is the scale of it. That doesn't look like that's 400 yards. If each one of these people is people-sized, that's maybe 100 yards, which is probably fairly reasonable as a distance to actually engage during the Civil War. Like 400 yards is gonna be shooting all the way out to here, which you theoretically would do. I've shot 400 yards, I think, but it's not accurate. It's not a good way to kill people when you have so many people to kill. Okay. I want this artillery. I want to tell you exactly what to do. Is that all of the artillery? No, there was one more. I don't really tell these guys to do anything. I'll do that. And get you right there. God, those Springfield musketoons are awful. I almost wonder if mixed cavalry weapons is actually better. Okay, it has come to be quite a lot of chaos. You're fine where you are. I will bring you here and you here. I wish that the artillery and like the range, the way it displayed that made more sense. 'Cause, I mean, like, it makes perfect sense, I guess. Like, oh, this is where it can shoot, and this is where it can't shoot. But I wish there was some level of explanation why. I very much want you guys to pull back at this point. I'm not going to send you guys to attack across the creek yet. And in fact, I want to have you guys fall back as well, just so you're not wasting ammo. Because you're not going to do too many casualties to them. Not enough for it to be effective. Likewise, let's get you back to there and you to there. And let's wait just until everybody gets in position. I'm assuming some of them are going to send out detachments to try and take these guns. They're far too close to their line for me to be willing to do that. So who are you guys? And why are you doing something like that? You're obviously doing it because you were the ones I wanted to do it, and the people who ended up getting to that position were just whoever arrived first. Do I still have... I do. The other army arriving in a little over a day. Okay. Speed regular. Thomas. Counter battery fire, if at all possible. The single most important thing is counter battery fire. At the moment, it's just Hunt versus Butler. The third battery is getting into position. This fourth battery is not going to have incredibly good targeting, I don't think. I wish I knew why. Like, is it actually that you can't see through these trees? Because that's ridiculous. Okay, Paddleson, fucking move up there. McDowell, move up here, please. Get some amount of useful speed out of you. Like, I don't understand why this line stops right there. Like this is like okay, I understand the idea of artillery has difficulty shooting through woods. Yes, it does. It makes it much less effective at times. It makes it a lot harder to aim mostly. Shells that fly through the air can sometimes cause more damage as they blow up in trees and tip the trees down on top of people. But in woods like these where they're scattered woods, like that's not really a big concern. More they just make it difficult to aim. You know what they don't do though? Is make it just literally impossible to shoot. How have you suffered so many fucking casualties? Like this is what I don't understand about the artillery in this game. Is it seems like the computer doesn't have to deal with the same difficulties that the player does when it comes to aiming artillery. Like, how are you guys suffering so many casualties? That's just insane. You guys aren't even shooting the fucking because you can't shoot anybody, and so you it just doesn't make sense. It's like what the game needs is the ability, like some sort of mode, like one of these tools. Well, that didn't do anything. Oh yeah, it did. I suppose that's actually kind of useful. What the game needs is some one of these ranges, um, that is a camera that you can drop on the ground, and it needs to actually reflect reality. Like, if you can't shoot anybody, then you shouldn't be able to shoot, like you were doing earlier. These guys are deep in the woods. They shouldn't be able to shoot. Who are you firing at? You don't have the ability to aim at anybody, yet somehow you're shooting at them. Somehow they're shooting back. I'm not losing any of these 10-pound pellet rifles. I absolutely refuse. These Napoleons, though, I'm not too concerned with, but oh, you most certainly have already seen the elephant. Okay, Runyon. I want you to get your division this way. Richardson, I really want you to get your division this way. Thomas is in charge of the artillery. Like, how are they shooting up and over these woods? But I can't actually shoot through them. Like, you get why I'm annoyed? It's the sort of thing where I wish more games would do in like intelligence, you know, in the way, well, if you can't see, like you don't know what you can and cannot see always, because in reality you wouldn't know what you can and cannot see always. But that is very different from just having a UI or tooltip or some sort of graphic that just doesn't actually work correctly, which is what this is. If there was a level of inaccuracy that both I and the computer had to play with, then fine. That would be really cool. But there isn't. Instead, it's just it tells you something, and that something may or may not just randomly be wrong because the computer screen doesn't display it correctly. It's not a level of unknown, it is just bad design. Alright, pull that gun back. I have no interest in you actually using it. Who do you belong to? This guy. First Division. Go ahead and get yourself in a single line. You go ahead and come back like that. And I very much want you all to line up, yes, like that. Except not at all like that, because that's not single line. Forwards. Heal. Camille. I don't know where you're fucking going, but it's not gonna be right there. That's for darn sure. And I don't know where you're going, but it's not there. That is for darn sure. You stupid imbeciles. Come here. You. Come here. I will have you, for the time being, lay down. Okay, I will have you swing around this way, I guess, and I guess the ordnance rifles can keep going back there. Really, I'm just waiting on Runyon. You should really move your butt over here. Are there more guns on the field? There is. That's one of the Napoleons, I think. Because that one detachment shadowed? Yes, that's fine. Like, again, you should be able to shoot these guys. Who are you even shooting at? The answer is, I don't know that you actually are. Okay, whatever. It's time to get people into action. So let's have that front start pushing. And once everyone is directed through the woods instead of across the river, then I will have people start moving across the river. Except I will have Burnside come forward and just push them off their guns straight away. The part that really doesn't make sense to me too is the bombardment thing. Like, if I set them to bombard, they should be able to just bombard wherever I've told them to do it, so long as it is within their effective range. And then the so long as it's within their range at all. And then the effectiveness of that bombardment should be basically a not my problem. Like, the game should handle the effectiveness fine, but they should be able to just shoot wherever the hell I tell them to shoot. Like, terrain, I understand, except for it doesn't seem to be consistent in how terrain gets up. Like this guy over here, who is unable to shoot past a line right here. Like, that didn't really make any sense. So, other than the inconsistency, like, it should just shoot. Okay, are you guys in position now? Yes. You all tiled. Well, you're tiling. You're not actually tiled just yet. Like, I don't know who. Like, you should be able to shoot them. You were able to shoot these guys because I specifically told you to. But you're allegedly idle and not firing. You're idle, but you're clearly shooting at people. Let's do that. Meanwhile, I want to have you guys dismount and act as light infantry as well. And come up and start hitting these guys. Well, you don't have a ton of men, but go ahead and come forward anyway. Shoot these battery. I want every one of those every single person in that battery. I want dead or in a prisoner camp in Michigan or Wisconsin. Okay, I would like it if you guys now dismounted. It doesn't look like you're going to. Okay, there we go. Works for me. Obviously, I want all of you guys to keep coming forwards. There's just really nothing they can do against so many rifles aimed at them. I specifically want you guys all to shoot these guys. Just keep shooting that artillery. I can't tell you guys to target these guys. Okay, well, come over here and shoot them then. You guys come shoot them. And you guys go shoot them. Nah, you guys charge the retreating cavalry. That makes sense. You guys just get yourself closer. What happened to that artillery? Did it just disintegrate? I think it did. Both of those are detachments. And I don't see an artillery anywhere else. So I think we managed to completely dissolve that artillery. You guys, mount up. Mount up. I meant to have you charge them, but whatever. I suppose that's good enough. Let's get as many of these guns captured as possible. Well, that seems like a them problem. Have you guys go charge them, I guess. You, meanwhile, can send somebody here. You can send somebody there, you can send somebody there. You can... No, I guess that's you going over there, isn't it? Not sure how many guns this is gonna be. Or if these are even good guns. Howitzers. 12-pound howitzers. That detachment is yet to get to the guns. And they are 24-pound howitzers. So I think this infantry escaped. I presume maybe one of them didn't? No, it did. They all made it out. Okay. But those artilleries will not. Drayton's brigade will, but they've suffered heavily for it. That artillery is now gone. So we gave them though just desserts for the way they shot at us despite being somewhere where they shouldn't be able to shoot. Oh, and the audio is not happy. So that's all 55 of their guns gone. Ha ha ha. We lost 10 guns of our own. And the rest of the cavalry, or casualties, I'm really not concerned about. Somehow we only lost 3 cavalry though, so that's impressive. Now has probably once again left Lynchburg wide open. I wonder if it's possible to, because you could avoid capturing the victory points, you could break a brigade, let them retreat, break several brigades, keep letting them retreat, and then let their morale recover, and they wouldn't retreat like off of the battlefield because they still have so many victory points from the victory points. Attack them again and keep doing that over and over again until they dissolve. Anyway, Battle of Charlottesville has ended with the Hamptons Corps retreating in panic. Command is on this a total victory with the enemy army running for their lives. Enemies reported able to casualties of 5,378. Thereof 500 killed and 2,500 captured. Their morale is unstable. All casualties total 447 men, with 150 killed, 73 missing, and the rest wounded. Morale is confident, supply situation critical. You have captured 3,350 rifles and 25 guns from the battlefield. Okay. That reminds me. There's not going to be anybody in Grant's command who is like defamed or anything like that. But that's the army of the West. Okay, thankfully none of these guys are defamed or anything like that. 10-pound pellets, 12-pound Napoleons. I don't have enough. I can just keep raising, like, artillery. Like, I have plenty of artillery to give them. But I don't have enough of the artillery that I want to give anybody. Which is mostly the 12-pound Napoleons. And the pellet rifles. Or these 3-inch ordnance rifles. Although the 3-inch ordnance rifles, they're pretty small. Yeah, they're pretty small guns, but they have a good range. And they're light. They're also very accurate. So, what am I waiting for? Firstly, I did cavalry or medium range carbines, didn't I? Didn't I? Am I here? Medium, yeah. So which did that give me? Will this tell me? No, I need to look in the military and weapons. So Sharps carbine, not produced, 9 a minute, 350. Sharps carbines would be pretty good. Jocelyn rifled carbines is what I'm producing at 300 yards and 10 rounds a minute. Accuracy very good, accuracy mediocre. Weight 6 pounds, weight 5 pounds. They cost almost the exact same, actually. So I think Sharps carbines seem better to me. Even though they're one slower, they have a better range, and their accuracy is much better. This Merrill carbine seems basically no different. The Menard carbine is really the one I want. Even though the Sharps carbine has better range, that rate of fire makes it so that my cavalry is almost unbeatable if I can use them to effectively, engage from two different directions. The Ambrose carbine is or the Bonside carbine, I mean Ambrose. The Bonside carbine is interesting. It's simply worse in every way. Like, it's interesting that it's something I can... Wait, isn't that one of the... No, Hall's carbines. Hall's carbines and... What do they turn into? Do I have any Hall's carbines? I don't know why I would. Okay, so the reload on the mixed cavalry weapons is 3 rounds a minute, compared with the Springfield Musketoon. Impractical, inaccurate, and unreliable. Great, I want to get rid of the Springfield Musketoons as quickly as possible. Hey, you've taken enough casualties that I can give you Menard carbines. That is amazing. Should move in front of the main column, they will not be alarmed at the flank wheel. Interesting. Cover would be cool. Let's do that. Let's do Lightning Brigade. And then, unfortunately, I can't give you anything better yet. I mean, again, I don't really have anything better to give. Like, at all. I do have enough reboard muskets that if there's anybody with just plain muskets, there we go. I guess that's all I can do with that for now. So who's this? Walker. Mitronen is obviously trying to regroup. You... should be moving to Lynchburg. And you should be moving over here to the fort, but you can't. So I guess come back to Petersburg. Oh, shoot, I didn't mean to have it paused like that. Okay, maybe 20 speed is too fast. Army of the West. Mexican intervention escalates. British and Spanish withdraw. Napoleon III vows to conquer Mexico. French push inland. Mexican army in disarray. Oh no! What a shame for all of them. I guess these guys are just stuck? Okay, so who's this? Pork. Pork's division. Who's that? Grant a destination and Fort McLean in Ohio. Okay, I don't count. I don't know why it keeps going to 20 speed. You should be taking Lynchburg now? No, you're not in Lynchburg yet. Florida State Militia is in contact with the Department of the East Mississippi of Army of the West, which is you. I'm actually going to just auto-resolve that. Jesus Christ. Results of the Battle of Hartford. Battle ended with retreating from the battlefield in good order. A remarkable strategic victory with the enemy forced to give ground. The enemy has reportedly suffered total casualties of 178 men, thereof 19 killed and 60 captured. Our casualties total 240 men, 14 killed, and 142 missing. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, never auto-resolve anything, I guess. I don't think I care about any of those right now. What is this? Fort McLean Garrison. Oh, which is now a field army? No, weird. Okay, whatever. Well, I will have you guys come push out to London? Please let me select this. You go ahead and move there. You just stay there in Hartford for a little while. I will look at this. So close. What's this do? Further reduce enemy support in conquered states and territories. That's fine. They can have the support. I would rather do this. Further increase support in loyal states, and this will... Hey, isn't there a support map mode? Interesting. Okay, I presume that support is support for me. I wonder if there's other ways I can get the support to increase. What am I currently doing for policies? I can't do the agriculture like I need to do. Oh, government funding. Okay, that's reasonable. Diplomacy 1 enacted. Interesting. Have we taken Louisville? We have. These guys have withdrawn into the Shenandoah Valley, which frankly doesn't make sense to me. Oh. This is interesting. Alright, you guys get to Dover. Go fucking whatever route makes the most sense to you. Meanwhile, I think I want the Corps of Adventure to come to Beverly with the Army of Adventure as well. What are the odds you win this? You're gonna take Dover, Delaware either way, but unfortunately, I can't actually. Oh, I'm gonna win this. That's hilarious. Okay, this will probably be the last engagement of the night. Before we do... Damn it. I spent about a week. Let me quickly look at you. We're looking at more. Do I have enough to upgrade anybody to anything? No. Okay, well, whatever. Disaster at Fort Delaware? Oh, that's bullshit. Oh, for fuck's sake. Can you just come here to Philadelphia? Okay, did we capture Lynchburg? We did. I think I'm gonna need to move you guys up to Elkton. And bring you also to Wilmington. Meanwhile, theoretically, this should get everybody involved, assuming that Zolokafo doesn't actually withdraw. I don't even know how the Confederates made it across the Delaware Channel or whatever. Okay. Let's get you to come this way. And you know what, Grant? Go ahead and just take Knoxville. Can you please come to Philadelphia? Oh, that's test 2. What? Army of Central Kentucky. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens outside of Louisville, I guess. $23,000 over my $30,000. They have the advantage in guns. I have the advantage in cavalry. It might take them a while to show up. It'll take me a while to show up. I guess this will be our last battle of the night. I'm not sure we fought a battle of Louisville yet. A real battle of Louisville. I have no idea how they made it to... I don't know why it didn't tell me. At no point it informed me about the siege of Dover. Okay. And yes, we are on the defensive. Confederacy arriving in 0 hours. Okay. Union arriving in 31 hours. Okay. Where are they coming from? The north somewhere. The east. They are only arriving from right here. Okay, we found them. That was easy. Either I do what we did last time. If I like pull you back, are we ever gonna... Weird. Okay. Either we do what we did last time and we like engage them early. If they'll set up here, I'm assuming they intend to come south instead of through Springfield. So I could set up here and here And then if they decide to go north, then I have to rush everybody over here to Miller's Ford. Or I just do this and set up the artillery right there. Or right there. And put everybody else in one big parapet that basically goes like that. Okay, William Tecumseh Shorman, get yourself right there. Whoever the cavalry is, get yourself right there. Hooker, Starr, Scammon. And I'm going to waste no time in trying to turn their flank. Let's get you on them fucking right away. I don't know why you are automatically jumping to ×5. You guys, come out. If you can't shoot them, get yourself right up in them. Let's get you over here. And you over there. I presume these guns can still fire. But you have trouble. You can. I'll bring you like over there. I'm going to tell you to lay down, and then the people behind you can still shoot. Such that Woodford's brigade is now being shot at by 3 brigades. Wounded in action? Oh, that's right. There was somebody else that was wounded in action earlier. Oops. Don't go to ×5 speed, because the morale does weird stuff when you go to ×5 speed. Zook, go ahead and fall back. Squirrel. Okay, squirrel's not gonna work. Let's get you guys in that. Alright, that's not gonna work. Shoot him. Come on, would you guys aim this direction, please? You guys, come up here and shoot them. Damn, they're melee. They are charging me, and it is working very well for them. I'm not sure that it is going to continue to work well for them, but I think both of those brigades are going to recover. You're the only one that might not. You bastards need to fucking move up. I think the cavalry getting in there is gonna get this CS infantry out of there. That's 3 brigades. Okay, take the one that's doing battle and have you go shoot that artillery. You guys, I will get iron discipline, please. Well, this was a mess. The Confederates did something I did not expect them to do, which was charge me with everybody, which is what they should have done. That was the only way they were going to realistically have a chance at winning. Oh wow, they broke one of mine. Skies, I think, is gonna win this. He's continuously getting involved. You need to come heal. You guys, can you please just form up? No. Well, I don't know where you're going now. Pleasanton or Pemberton or whoever. Come here. You know what? You just keep attacking them. What were the numbers like? Jesus Christ. That's a lot of casualties really quickly. Please get set to medium range. And you guys, I would really love it if you fucking moved forwards. Oh my god, thank god. Shoot these guys. Oh, this is Nagli's first battle. Oh wow, okay. Not very much oh, this is the Springfield, Illinois map. There's not even a Louisville map. That seems weird that there's a Springfield, Illinois map, but there isn't a Louisville map. I'm not sure any of these guns are guns that I really care to capture. Why were you in melee? Shouldn't you be shooting? Alright, well, fuck it. Go in melee. Jeez. Alright, casualties are not super high, but they are insanely high for how quick that fight was. Well done. I find it unlikely you guys are going to successfully do anything, but I suppose I will have you try nonetheless. Okay, wow. There goes all 60 of their guns. I guess that's the most that's the silver lining of this battle. I mean, we kept them out of Louisville. They still have that weird army that seems to be bugged out near Covington, but fairly successful stream, even if that battle was a bit less than ideal. I have a very unorthodox approach in how I fight these battles, apparently. Nagley has fallen into disgrace. Okay, before we go, I'm gonna look and check and make sure we don't have any wounded officers or any defamed officers in command. Assuming this ever loads. Okay. 4,500 men, 600 killed, 1,200 captured, 2,200 men, 480 killed, 400 missing, the rest wounded, 200 rifles, 22 guns. Okay, can I do... No. Military... I don't know... why... I don't think any of you should be defamed or wounded. Somebody here is wounded. I thought it was one of you guys, but I guess not. Maybe it's been long enough now that whoever it was no longer wounded. Okay. I didn't miss it, did I? Didn't it just say that you had become a disgrace? Okay, Zook. Zook is one. I'm pretty sure it was Nagley. There was somewhere a cavalry guy that I clicked on. You're not impressive at all. But you have better leadership than this guy, and you're a cavalry commander, so don't do that. I'm going to need to, I want to do this. I'm going to click on Pleasanton, add new unit, just so I can look at these numbers for a minute. Because we don't have a ton of people, but there are a decent number. Ton from Pennsylvania. Ton from New York. Ton from Massachusetts, even. I should start, and of course I have to worry about the economy, so I need to get my economy back up. And then I should start thinking about rebuilding a lot of these armies, because a lot of these armies have now suffered casualties, and I really want basically one brigade, one division in each of these field armies that I can just kind of cycle people through and send them back home to recover. Like, a lot of these are small units at this point. And I would like to get them up to, every unit to at least 2,000. Where are you going? Back to Delaware? Okay, cool. And the other option is to take some of these and combine them, send some of them back, take some and combine them and raise new ones. Problem is, I can't really afford to raise new ones until I get this credit rating higher, and I don't think I can get that credit rating higher until I get that a little bit higher. Confederate defenses falls. Union captures forts. Way open to southern heartlands. Union citizens rejoice. Morale boosted. Awesome. What fort did I capture? Oh, this down here. Fort Brooke. Well done. That didn't even give me an alert. Okay, can I now do... No. Improve credit rating. Okay, we're currently at B. And if I do that, it now takes 14 million to do. And improve credit rating 1, national credit rating plus 100%. Which means what? This went from a B up to a B+. Is that really it? I'm gonna wait for the end of the day. Wow. Okay, interesting. Well, anyway, we might win this before too terribly long either way. Support is even, morale is crushing them. Somehow their morale of armies is even with ours. Maybe that's a real number anyway. Somehow their navy tonnage has actually caught up decently far. And I'm crushing them in the economy. It's funny that they don't have any forts on the Mississippi, like at Vicksburg. 29,000. How many people are there here in total? 30,000. And the Army of the Ozarks is 26,000. I might attack these armies next time and see if I can't knock them out of Missouri and go to Carlton. Meanwhile, Knoxville, I want to capture pretty soon. It looks like they've retreated out of Virginia entirely, so I'll go and take Norfolk with these guys, who should now be able to go, yeah, and then retake Dover. I don't know what's going to happen to these armies. But I think next time might be more a concern of economies again. Which I guess might mean confiscation. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna get my economy up without being able to do Feed Europe. So I'll probably have to do research about that, because Corn is King is useless. Railroad construction is useless because I'm not constructing railroads anytime soon. Trade deals might be something to look into. $5 million is negligible in the grand scheme of things. If I can get that building cost lower, that might be good. Interesting that unemployment is 5.5. It's still very strange that it goes up and down like this. I'm not really sure what the cycle is. Or why we're both doing it in at the same time like that. Confederate public wealth has skyrocketed. The unemployment has collapsed. Somehow they have a much better debt rating than I do. I'm making more money than they are. I also have substantially more expenses. My administration is less expensive. No, my administration is way more expensive. Subsidies are about the same. Interesting, so I need to get state support to bring that down. Somehow they're buildings of no cost. Interest makes sense because of this, but I'm not sure I understand why that is the way that is. Army upkeep should be basically the same. I don't know if there's a way to make the army upkeep cost less. Navy upkeep I should have to pay more because I have a bigger navy, makes sense. Except for it doesn't, because they have an almost equally sized navy somewhere. This doesn't make any sense because... Oh, maybe it does because I'm upgrading my units. And then supply depots. I should look at supply depots, which I don't think is... Is there a supply depot up here? No, there just is supply up here. Like if I look at New York... Oh, there is a supply depot in New York. Upkeep is 25,000. Let's raise that. Okay, yes, burning down. That will lower how much this costs, but that's not a very big... Like that will only cost me 25,000. That's nothing. I don't know. That's gonna do it for this time, though. I'm not sure what the plan is next time. It might just be that we win before we have to reckon with our failing economy. I'm not sure. But That seems to me like a future us problem. So for future us, and I will see you all next time. Bye bye.